Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my first ever book video, just so excited about, and this video is going to be my top favorite books of 2022 so far. So we come to the end of July and I started reading like at the end of May. So honestly it's not that long, and I already have read about like 15 books. So but not all of them is my favorite, so I want to do at the end of July into the into the 1st of August I will do all the books I read in July. But for right now, I just want to talk about all my favorite books I read so far since I started back reading. I used to read a lot long time, like when I was in like secondary school. I used to read a lot. I read all the Twilight books like 10 times over each. Like I just really read, but then I stopped reading. I don't know, I just stopped reading, and I get back into it and literally obsessed with it. So I want to tell you all the books I read, because I read some books that are not my favorite, and I read some books I literally love so much. So I want to put a disclaimer from the start. Some of these books are dark. I think I have one dark book, as in like, we'll get into what I mean by dark if you don't really know. And then some books, most of the books I read have steam in it, and if you don't know what steam is, and if I'm Trinidad, you know what it's steam. So if it's my father watching this, any parents watching this, sorry, but it's life as adults. I don't be reading Diamond Picket the rest of my life. Like I had to read some books on Steam. I'm sorry, but yeah. So I just want to get out of the way so it won't be awkward when we get to that point. Okay, so the first book is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I didn't even write down the authors from these books, but I remember because I literally love the book so much. She's a 5 out of 5 for me, 5 stars. I should say 10 out of 10, 5 stars for me. Obsessed with it. Oh my god, I love this book so much. I love this book so much. Okay, so this book is about, I have the tropes here. So tropes, if you don't know, I don't know why I'm just saying this just to get out of the way. So tropes mean key factors of what the book's about. So like you'll have some books, okay, so some tropes are like grumpy sunshine, which mean the book is about it has like a grumpy person and a sunshine person, as in like one of the main characters is like kind of grumpy, kind of mean, just standoffish, and then the sunshine is like she's just the other person. They ought to be a she, could be the hero or the heroine. They're like more happy, love life, kind, you know what I mean, like that. That's what grumpy sunshine mean. They have brothers best friends, so like the whole thing of the story is like the person going with their brother best friend, or like it have enemies to lovers, which is mean the whole of the book is just a couple going from like hating each other to like loving each other. So right, so the tropes for It Happened One Summer is grumpy sunshine, the man is the grumpy person and the girl is the sunshine, and then is it happening in a small town. So it's like a kind of small town fisherman, these catch crabs. Yeah, and then it's a Schitt's Creek retelling. So if you watch Schitt's Creek on Netflix, it's a retelling of that. I never watch it, but I just want to put out if you watch it. So yeah, so I'm putting book aside. So that book that book is about the female name is Piper and the male name is Brendan. Oh my god, I love this book so much. So basically Piper is like a influencer, like a big influencer. So she posts on the Instagram pictures, and she get real likes, and she like basically lives she will life off of that kind of like superficial. Or she friends fake. She had a boyfriend, and it opening up with the boyfriend breaking up with her, and he was like, you're too shallow, like you're too fake, even though he fake too, and he just kind of over she like, yeah, just dumb she in like the harshest ways. But she was not happy with that, so she went oh my god, this girl. She went and decided to throw a crazy epic party in this like closed, I believe it's a pool. Yeah, so she went to throw a party there. People get naked. It was really crazy. Like I think the police come. She end up in jail, and then her sister come to bail out her jail. And then when they went home, she was like in a lot of trouble with her stepfather. So her stepfather was like, okay, Piper, you literally do this too much. I should always get in trouble. You need to like get your own life, as in like I already taking care of you. You don't have nothing for yourself, nothing to show for yourself. She's like, okay, then go back to your real father, because your real father died, and he used to live in this small town. And he was like, you have to go back to your father, whole town. Go back to your father's old town and just live that like life, you know what I mean, like that, like, you know, like small town life here, making your own food, fishing for your own food. You just had to like basically teaching her life skills now. So she was so devastated, but sister was like, okay, I will come with your Piper. Sister went to tell both of them going back to where their father was from and trying to like fend for themselves. So when she reached where she going, she father apparently had a bar, before he died, and now it's like kind of like a ghost town. So she decided that when she go there, she would try to like fix it up as well and like try to sell it to make some money off it, I guess, I don't know. And when she go there, she actually walk in and a lot of people are there, like there's a whole bar, like the bar just running, and she's like, what? And when she walks in, Brandon is in there with all these other people, all these other fisherman friends, and he spots her and is literally hates at first sight. Like he literally hates her. He already like this with his social, like you're trying to come in here and da 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 da, and she's like, we actually own the bar and we want to kind of change over. So already he's already vexed. So she like we may trying to come and take over here. This is our spot. Oh my god, it's so good. And then slowly, like they keep hitting each other, they keep bouncing each other, hit each other. He keep like throwing digs at she for like don't know how to cook. But after a while, as all books go, they end up like boom, exploding. And I literally love this book so much. It has so much steam, and the way Brendan does talk, the way he's talking is just so freaking good. And he also so romantic. He helped her build over her bar, like he helped her like build with his hands, like real lumberjack type thing. It was so cute and so romantic. I don't want to give too much detail, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it's just so good and you have to read it. It's my favorite book of all time. I love Tessa Bailey. She writing is so good, the steam is good, everything is good. So I don't want to talk about this book anymore longer. They get the next one. So the next book is Between Us, and I can't remember who it's from. It will be somewhere on the screen. So this book is 5 out of 5 as well. Like the steam in this book, okay, I didn't it. So the tropes for this book is age gap and it's his best friend's mom. So let me explain. So basically it's about this woman named, I can't remember her name honestly. I'll try to put some on the screen. I can't remember her name. But it's between her and the boy named Trenton. So, oh my gosh, the steam and that's the steam. So, Trenton is this woman. Oh my god, I can't remember the woman in the game, I'm mad. The heroine, which is the girl, the woman, whatever. So she have a son, and it's between her and her son's best friend. I know, taboo. It's taboo. I'm sorry. But it's so good. So basically, since he was small, he used to have sleepovers with his best friend family because his parents was like trash, always fighting and things. So he used to always go over by his best friend and like stay over and have sleepovers and stuff. And he used to have like nightmares and stuff. And the mother, which is the heroine of the whole story, she used to like always comfort him, and so he also used to look up to her in a way. So it was always platonic, always like normal. Just it was always normal. But then he started to get older and he started watching a different way. So this book is crazy. So yeah, when he started to get older, he realized that's how the mother actually going through a lot of crap as well with her husband. And the husband treated like crap, probably honing she, cheating on she. Like he realized that and he started to comfort she, and she started realize how they getting feelings with each other, and they were like, oh hell no. He wasn't like that. He was like ready. He wanted shit so bad, but she was like, no, you can't do this. Like he's my son's best friend. Like you can't do this. And he was to keep asking. She like begging. She like literally he was begging, like simping heavy, and she keeps telling him no, until finally she break. She literally was like, okay, let's happen once, and get over, because apparently he even like literally keep virginity for she. That's right. This book is crazy. It's really the craziest book I read. So they finally they actually did it once, and of course once for later many times. And I don't want to get no more. Leave it as that. Just read the book. So good. If you like the kind of taboo thing, read it. If you don't, just obviously don't. But it was 5 out of 5. It was steamy. It was amazing. I love it. So the next book is Lessons in Corruption. So this book is a part of a series that's still ongoing, called the Fallen Men series. So yeah, this is Lessons in Corruption. This is the first book. This is between Cressida and King. This is another age gap. So let me tell you the tropes. So this one is a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 5 stars for me. And the tropes is age gap again. This one is student teacher, and this is an MC club, which is a motorcycle club, right? So this book follows Cressida and King, as I said. Cressida is a teacher, and she also was married, and King is the son of the Fallen Men, which is a motorcycle club. So he obviously going in high school, and she's a teacher, and well, they didn't know that yet. So the first time they met at a bar. No, actually, they met at a grocery store. She was leaving again a grocery store, and he was like on a motorcycle with his friends doing some dealings with some college children, selling them like drugs or whatever. And she like, it was like kind of like love at first sight. She literally looked at him and was like, oh my god, I'm in love with him, but not so like cringy. She was like, wow, this boy real handsome, But obviously she didn't think like, oh, I'm a high school, I'm a student or anything. She just was like see him because he's 18. She see him, but she didn't know that. But she looked a little old for her age, and she see him and she's like, oh, this boy real handsome, like okay thing. And he see her and he was like, oh, she real handsome. She real beautiful. Wow, there's like the instant connection. And then after they just kind of walk off. They never really like talk. So the next time now, when she was working in she job as a teacher, whatever, she was talking with her friends and it's like go to a club, like go to a bar. So she was like, you know what? She's kind of like already talking about how much she was kind of like bored with her husband. She was boring. They not like fun and doesn't do spontaneous things, just boring. So she was like, okay, you know what? Let me just do it. So she go on in the club with bar, and then she sees King, and King was like meet outside, and she's like okay. And King he literally had the bike and he was like gonna go for a ride. She's like, yeah. So they went on the ride and literally just like amazing. And I can't remember if they kiss or not. I really can't remember, but they just like connection. And ever since then she went on. They still didn't know that how they student teacher. She went to and she was like, you know what, this is like I want to feel alive. Like she's 26 and he's 18, and she's like I still young, like I want to live life, like I don't want to be tied down to this man who's boring, right? So she literally says she wants a divorce. Straight up, like straight up she want a divorce. Tell your husband that. He don't want to agree to it. He literally is like, I'll give some time to think about it, but we're not getting a divorce. Literally like that. She's like, this man is insane. But either way, she said divorce, she separated. So then the next day she went to school, and lo and behold, who was in her class? King. Oh my gosh, William. They tried to stay away, but the King. I need to read this book. I need to read this book. I literally obsessed with it. I read literally like 3 more books from it, and I went to the 4th book. Obsessed. Oh my gosh, the book is so I cry at this book earlier. So yeah, steam in the classroom, steam just overflow. It's crazy. So yeah, if you like that book, if you like that trope, read it. And then we're gonna go into the second book from this series called Welcome to the Dark Side. This one is honestly, this probably all over the same. Okay, that kind of crazy ass books you reading, because honestly, yeah. But I don't even know what to say. But like when I started to read, I went on TikTok and I was like looking up like books to read, and it's recommending all these books. So honestly, it's TikTok fault. It's TikTok fault. So the second book in that same follow series called, as I said, Welcome to the Dark Side, and this involves Zeus, and not me forgetting honey. Wow, I just read this book like 2 days ago. Zeus and Louise, right? So Zeus is the head of the motorcycle gang, and he's also King's father in the first book, and Louise is this like church girl. She parents very like prudish, mean. She father is really the absolute worst, and she also has cancer. So the book open up where she was, I think, was leaving church, and it literally had a shootout in the middle of the church parking lot, and Zeus and Louise make eye contact, and she's like so scared, and she literally started to run towards him. Like she father literally Lego she and I started duck down, leave your daughter right there, and she was like, what the hell? And she ran across. She was 7 years old at this point, and she ran across to Zeus, and Zeus like take she and roll on the ground so to cover she from getting like killed, and he ended up getting shoots through her shoulder into her shoulder. So both of them have the same scar on the shoulder from where both of them get shot, literally. So they end up in the hospital. Zeus ended up killing the person who like shoot at them and shoot at she, and so he ended up having to go to jail. So while in the hospital, she sneak off to meet him, and she was like, thank you for saving me, and he's like, okay, it's okay, kid, because at this point he's like 20 something and she's like 7, and he's like, okay, like hope you're feeling better. And after he found out how she had cancer, and he's like, wow, you're real bad lucky. Like, you're real bad lucky. And the father literally was like, I don't want this man anywhere near my child. He had to go to jail, even though he literally just saved your child when you literally run off on she. It's crazy. So anyways, yeah, so he ended up going to jail. She ended up getting better, but she also had cancer. So even though she wound was healing, she had cancer, so that was kind of sad. But she ended up getting better, and she ended up thinking with the nurse, like liaising with the nurse, to like get to communicate with Zeus in jail through letters. So in a good part of the book, she started sending letters back and forth, and she'll be saying like, well, my cancer going horrible, she losing what she hear. It's just sad, and she writing someone telling them how she like literally love she here, and she just like so sad and thinking they give me she support, like the worry you get through this as a fighter, here for you, just like that. You just like kind of like a family figure to understand. She like, don't worry, everything will be good thing. And So it started when she was 7, and after you see the letters progress year by year by year until she turned, I think she was like either 15 or 16 or something like that. And then she started like, she sent him a letter where she was like, she thinks she's in love with him or whatever. And he was like, Lou, is the last time messaging you? We can't do this, like, we like way too feel like you think you love me because your family is trash and any person is showing affection, but there's not love. I just your friend. I just trying to help you because you went through a traumatic event, but something conversation now because the rest of get like out of hand. So they stopped talk, and then yeah, he come out of jail. She like literally just hate you, like she parents is trash. You're the person that she could depend on as she little sister. Even the sister again, she's like trash on the parents. It's just so much. I don't want to give too much away, but then she ended up rekindling back with Seduce when she's like 17, which is kind of terrible because honestly she's underage, she's 19 for the most of the book. So it's kind of terrible because she's like 17 and Seduce is like 30 something. So that's kind of these books. This book's crazy. Like, this book's crazy. I never do any of these things. Like, I would never done things scary to me, but reading it on a book it's like fantasy. It's like, sure, yeah, give me all of it. But yeah, so Steam. Like, just like the first one, this author, I can't remember, she didn't the life for me, but this author, wow, the Steam. Anyways, so yeah, if you really like that kind of books, if you like we're hearing, obviously it's about online, it's have more to just like than just Steam. It have like as I said, it's a motorcycle gang. It have drugs. They're talking about like who trying to kill who, and who gang trying to get this gang and take over this like community. It's a whole thing like that, but it's mostly a romance as well. So if you like them, if you like other songs, them two books, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss, I love them so much. We're gonna get into the whatever number we're on, which is Never Seduce Scott. So this is my first ever historical romance. Honestly, I wouldn't say my first historical romance because if you know about Wattpad, I finally get into Storm and Silence. That book came out so long ago, but I started reading it when it first came out, but it's starting real slow. I literally was so bored because I don't really like learning about old time things. They're just kind of boring to me. But this time I pushed through and I literally obsessed with it now. I literally last book while he updating it right now. So that's kind of like my introduction to like historical romance. But this is my first like one I saw book that, okay, I'll just say my second one. So yeah, it's called Never Seduce Scott. This is 10 out of 10 for me as well, 5 stars. The tropes is a deaf MC. The heroine, the girl, she's actually deaf, and yeah, that is the, I think that even need trope right now. But there wasn't, I guess I can say enemies to lovers as well, because it's historical romance, there's like dukes and king, queen, all that stuff crap, and the girl family, they hate the men family, so they literally is rivals, right? And the king decided that I want both of them to like the son and the daughter from both sides. I want them to get married because for them the army is real big and the king wants both to come together, so there'll be a big force to help the king whenever the king want to get into battles, if that makes sense. I really care about that, I just care about the romance, but that like kind of like just of the overlining plot. But the romance now is she is actually deaf, but she parents don't know. She had a big accident where I don't want to talk about, she had an accident that ended up making her deaf. I don't want to like spoil it, and she don't want her parents to know that always only deaf because the parents thinking that she's actually like retarded. Like the parents think like she like dumb, like mentally dumb from the incident, but she actually just deaf alone. But she don't want them to know because she was about to get married to another person and the person was like really abusive. So she was kind of like, ooh, nobody wouldn't want, you know, like long time nobody would want to marry somebody who like dumb. So she was like using that as she advantage to like not get a married person. But so yeah, so she was deaf. Nobody knows she's deaf when she knows she's deaf, but she's read people lips to know what they say. But when she found out she still had to marry somebody even though she's deaf, because the king, wherever the king say goes, she was like, oh my god, this is so much. She's thinking how she gone like meet the next person who like horrible again. But when she first meet the hero, I literally can't remember the name now, so I'm not even gonna try. When she meet the hero, she was like, maybe he might be that bad. So then she go over into castle, palace, whatever, and everybody hates her. Like he is the only person who actually like he don't like her, but he just like neutral because he like also come to believe that she dumb now. Like everybody say I thought she dumb, so he's like, oh look at like he's not dumb kid, like he just thinking that he life over. He not gonna have a wife who can make sure of him because he don't want to like take advantage of a dumb person. So he just like, wow, my life over. Like I started to have this dumb wife, and yeah, more pitying yourself. But everybody else in the whole clan hates her because obviously remember there's rival clans. So without giving too much away, there was enemies at first. More so he didn't like her, but she was just like, once you know hurting me, I good. She started getting friends with his sister. She started like getting out of his shell. And honestly, I don't know how to explain this book without giving it away, but obviously they end up falling in love, and he ended up finding out how she actually not dumb, she just deaf. And this book has a lot of steam as well, but also it just like romantic of how we like stand up for she. When you find out how she just deaf, he stand up for her over everybody, even showing parents, he stand up for her. Like I just love that part of it. Just so romantic. He was just how he was so nice and accepting, even before you know she was like just deaf and he thought she was just dumb. He was just so nice and just like accepting, and I just love that part of, like, I don't know, I just love that part of the book. It's so nice, so romantic. It has a lot of steam, as I said. But yeah, this book, yeah, this was just really nice introduction to historical romance, and now I want to read more. So that was it. That was Never Seduce a Scot. Next book is Twisted Love by Anna Young, I think. This book I rate 4 out of 5. Honestly, it could have been a 5 stars. Almost a 5 star. Was good, but I don't know, something just holding me back. I think it was the ending of it. It started off like real good, going into the real good battle. I feel like the ending was kind of wasn't my favorite. So this book, the tropes is brother's best friend, enemies to lovers, and the boy is like a rich boy. Okay, so the heroine for this book, her name is Ava, and the boy's name is Alex, I believe. It's her brother's best friend, if that makes sense, right? So she and the brother very overprotective of her, and the brother had to go on, like, the brother real smart, had to go on this like trip to like do like intern work, and he asked his best friend to like watch over Ava. So obviously the best friend literally, Alex is so like what to say, mean, stiff. He don't really talk a lot. He hates everybody. Like this I should have put one of the tropes that he hates everyone but you, because like he literally hates everybody except the brother, and well, later on in the book he obviously fall in love with the girl Ava, but other than that he hates everybody, literally despises everybody. He has his own agenda for being friends with the boy, which being friends with the girl brother, which is also an underlying plot that I don't want to tell you, but it's literally so good. So it kind of dark because it have murder in it, gruesome-ish murder, but other than that the book is really good. As I said, there's enemies to lovers. So at first he had to pick up because she was like stranded somewhere, and the brother asked him to like pick up from somewhere to bring her home to them. And from the first, well, that was the first meeting, but like when they meet in the car, he was just being so mean to her. But you can see that he also kind of like attracted to her as well, and she's attracted to him too, because into a point of view, so you see in his point of view and her point of view. And then as the book go on, and you have to watch his sister, watch his friend's sister, because the friend like going away to like wherever you're going. You can see that how like get more, you know. The Ava girl, she have a whole friend group, and it's about 5 of them. And actually this book is like a part of a series, so each friend in the friend group getting their own book, and I'm onto the second book right now. So the friends was like, oh, like see if we could like do an operation emotion on Alex to see if we could show any kind of emotion, because he's just so stiff now. So she was like, so the friend was like, oh, let's try to see if we could get them to feel jealous, if we could get them to feel happy, if we could get them to cry, them kind of thing. And she was like, okay. So she started doing like little pranks on him, like to want to scare him, but she never gets scared. Want to like make him cry by watching like sad movies, and he never gets sad. And then she tried to do a jealous one, and he actually was jealous, and then when they realized they actually have a thing, and then full steam ahead. So this book was real, not, I won't say overly steamy, but it was some steam, and yeah, it was just real good. Like honestly, it was just a really nice book. Enemies to lovers always, like, I really like that when they like real hate each other at first, and like literally is like despise each other, and like in a fall in love. I love that shit. But as I said, the end, it kind of fell flat. The end, I kind of feel like it was kind of like dragging to me. But other than that, I was give it a 4 out of 5. Like it was still good. And the second book right now I'm reading is a bodyguard romance, and it's going good so far. So yeah. Okay, so the last book I have is a bonus, and this is Corrupt. The reason I have it a bonus is because I give it a 4.5, because this is the dark romance I was talking about. So this book, it wasn't my favorite, but I'm going to continue the series, and I did like it, and it's so like unique to something I never read before that I want to show it, and I want to talk about it, if that makes sense. So this book is by Penelope Douglas. This is my second book from her. The first book wasn't really my favorite, but this book, I like it. I like it, you know what I mean? So the tropes in this is enemies to lovers, dark romance, ex-boyfriend's brother, and hate everyone but you. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So this book follows, oh my god, I can't remember the name. I'm sorry, I bad with names. But the male character has a friend, I think it's about 5 of them, I believe, and all of them is like the children of like all the rich people of the community, like the mayor child, like the billionaire child, like all of them is like the children of rich people in the community. And because they're rich, they do all kind of pranks. The day before Halloween, there is called Devil's Night, and they do like all kind of like crazy pranks on like in the community. Like when you know, like normally for Halloween, you're like throw toilet on somebody's house, like them just burn down houses, like them just do crazy pranks that like supposed to put them in jail, but they're so like influential in the like community that they don't even get in trouble for it, and they know that's why they just do it. In the beginning of the book, you see that they're talking about what happened on this Devil Night, and they like trying to get revenge on the female character in the book, and you're trying to figure out like, wait, why they hate the girl so much? Like, what she do so to make like what make them want revenge? Because as you see, they just come out of jail, like the 4 friends just came out of jail, and only the male character, he didn't go to jail. And like as you go through the book, it going back and forth from the flashbacks from before, where you're seeing like why everything happened. So I don't want to give too much, but this is very dark. It has like almost rape, but it's not rape, it's just like them trying to scare she, and it has like it's just real dark. Like it is crazy. Like I wouldn't if this was my first like dark romance and it was okay, but it has some parts where I was like, what the hell am I reading? Like, what the hell is happening? So just go on Google and figure out the triggers to see if you'll be triggered by the book. But it was still good nonetheless, especially it was so unique and never read nothing like that before. So as I was saying, so I can't remember the female character name, but they're just going back and forth about this Devil's Night. What happened that apparently she betrayed them so bad that it make his 4 friends end up going to jail, and they come back out now and they're trying to get revenge on her. So they're doing all kind of different things to get revenge on her, and she just like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Like, what the hell are trying to like move on from this, like whatever, because she don't really know what's going on. She's like, she don't know how they're trying to put revenge on her. She just like she was like, oh, let back to this bullying thing, like what is happening? And as the book go on, you finally see, and finally things get revealed. It have murder in this book. It's a lot. That was in the last case. It's very dark. So if you never read that before, as I say, like, I don't know, but it was good. So yeah, that was my last book. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of mellow. This is my first time we're talking about like books like without like trying to put spoilers on it. So I think I think about what I was saying. You know what I mean? This is the first time I do a video like this. So hopefully as I do it more, I'll be more free flowing. I just try to tiptoe in on what I'm saying, so I don't like spoil book. I don't want to spoil book for you guys. So if you read any of these books and if you have any recommendations, link them down below. And also like tell me if you end up reading these books because of me. Tell me how you like them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, so I just added in this clip because I forget to tell you guys how I get my books on my phone. So I don't want to say the exact one I just use because it's low-key illegal. So, but all I'm gonna say is, if you want to get books on your phone like how I have it, go into Google and whatever book you want. So like just say is a corrupt book, right? So you'll put in the search corrupt free EPUB download, as in free EPUB download, okay? And then all kind of links will come up. Then you just click whichever link, and it will have a thing saying like download or whatever, and it will download the book, and then it will be like a file, and a option will come at the bottom of your phone saying open in. And if you have an iPhone have their own like book app called Apple Books, I believe, and you'll press when the file download and you press open in, you'll press Apple Books, and then it will go into Apple Books in the app, and then the book will be there, and you can see the percentage of where you're reaching the book. Like, it's real nice. And then if you have a Samsung, you need to download an app called eBooks, as in EBOOX, and then do the same thing. Go on Google, find the book, download it, and when you press open in, you'll press open into eBooks, and then it will open there and do the same thing. You could see what chapter you're on. You could see the percentage of where you reach, bookmark it, all them things. So that's what I just do to get the books on my phone. I'm not gonna say what I just use again because it's basically like a pirating books. So, but I gotta do if you don't want to buy books, because books, yeah. So yeah, that's what I was adding that part, and